Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to share how agentic AI is fundamentally transforming technology access for community, organizations and nonprofits. As you can see from the statistics on screen, the potential impact is transformational. Organizations leveraging AI agents can build custom systems at 90% less cost than traditional development, often 10 times faster, and without requiring technical staff. These represent real outcomes being achieved by forward-thinking organizations today. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through how AI democratization works, show you our integrated service framework, and discuss concrete steps your organization can take to harness these tools. The days of six-figure budgets and vendor lock-in are ending. Let's explore what's possible now. Here's our roadmap for today's discussion. We've structured this presentation to give you a comprehensive understanding of how AI democratization can transform your organization. We'll start by examining the current technology landscape and the specific challenges community organizations face when trying to build integrated systems. Then we'll move into our strategic framework, what we call our three-pillar approach to holistic community service. From there, I'll walk through the technical architecture showing how unified profiles and partner integration actually work. Finally, we'll wrap up with a practical implementation roadmap and concrete next steps. Feel free to ask questions at any point. This is meant to be an interactive discussion. Let's talk about the technology barriers that have historically prevented community organizations from building the systems they really need. First, the cost barrier. Traditional custom development required six-figure budgets just to get started, plus ongoing technical staff and maintenance costs. Most community organizations were spending their limited resources on expensive vendor solutions that never quite fit their unique needs. Second, vendor lock-in. Organizations found themselves trapped in rigid systems that couldn't adapt to their communities' evolving needs. Want to add a new intake field? That's a change request. Need to modify a workflow? Another expensive customization. Third, data fragmentation. With different systems for food assistance, case management, and partner referrals, staff could never see the complete picture of a community member's journey. This made holistic support nearly impossible. The exciting news is that agentic AI tools have fundamentally changed this equation. Let me show you how. Now let me introduce our strategic framework, what we call the three pillars of holistic community support. Pillar 1 focuses on unified member profiles. This is foundational because you cannot provide coordinated care without understanding the whole person. Using AWS App Studio and Bedrock, organizations can build custom intake systems that create comprehensive profiles tracking everything from food assistance to job training progress. Pillar 2 addresses partner network integration. Once you have unified data, you need seamless connections with healthcare providers, housing organizations, and workforce agencies. Amazon Event Bridge and Lambda enable real-time referral tracking and automated follow-up. Pillar 3 is where everything comes together with intelligent engagement. This is the differentiator, using AI to proactively identify needs, automate communications, and predict which interventions will be most effective. Let me dive deeper into each of these pillars over the next few slides. Let's dive deeper into Pillar 1, Unified Community Member Profiles. This capability allows organizations to see each community member as a whole person, not just someone who comes to the food pantry or attends job training. When someone enters through any touchpoint, staff can immediately see their complete history, current needs, and family connections. Looking at the specific features, SDOH assessments capture comprehensive needs data regardless of entry point. Longitudinal tracking means you're measuring relationships over months and years, not just transactions. The household view is crucial because family members often have interconnected needs. A parent in job training might need childcare, and their teenager might benefit from youth programming. The consent management ensures you're sharing data appropriately with partners while maintaining trust. And here's the game changer. With AI assistance, staff can build and modify intake forms in hours, not months. Organizations implementing this approach typically achieve much higher data completeness and dramatically faster intake processes. Let me show you the technical architecture that makes this possible. Let me walk you through how unified profiles actually work from a technical standpoint. On the left, you can see our data sources. This is where information enters the system. We're pulling from food pantry intake forms, case management notes, partner referral systems, and survey responses. This means we can capture a complete picture of each community member's journey across all touch points. In the middle, our AI processing layer handles the heavy lifting. Amazon Bedrock powers profile matching to identify when the same person appears across different systems. Duplicate detection ensures clean data, while data enrichment adds context and identifies patterns. Consent tracking maintains compliance with privacy requirements. Finally, on the right, you see what your staff actually interacts with. Unified member dashboards showing complete service history, family connections, and outcome metrics. This is the single pane of glass that makes coordinated care possible. The beauty of this architecture is that it's modular. You can start with existing data sources and expand over time as you add new services or partner integrations. Moving to Pillar 2, Partner Network Integration. This is where we transform isolated referrals into coordinated community support. Traditionally, referrals meant handing someone a phone number and hoping for the best. Now, when your navigator makes a referral to a healthcare provider or housing organization, both systems automatically track the entire journey. Was the appointment scheduled? Did they attend? What was the outcome? The warm handoff protocols ensure that partners receive context about the community members' situation and goals. The Partner Performance Dashboard shows which organizations are responsive, their typical response times, and actual outcomes achieved. This creates accountability and helps identify the most effective partnerships. Automated reminder systems keep everyone engaged. The community member gets appointment reminders, staff get status updates, and partners receive follow-up prompts for outcome reporting. Organizations implementing this coordinated approach typically see much higher follow-through rates and faster response times from partners. The key is making collaboration easy and beneficial for everyone involved. Here's how partner integration actually works in practice. The process begins with referral initiation, based on the SDOH assessment. Staff identify specific needs and match them with appropriate partners. The system obtains proper consent for data sharing and creates a warm introduction package with relevant context. In the coordination phase, Amazon Event Bridge handles real-time status updates between systems. Partners receive not just contact information, but background context that helps them provide better service. AWS Step Functions orchestrate reminder systems for all parties. Community members get appointment confirmations, staff get status updates, and partners receive outcome reporting prompts. Finally, in the outcomes phase, we track actual service delivery and measure impact. This isn't just did they show up, it's what changed in their life. The loop closure ensures that your organization learns from each referral to improve future matches. This architecture transforms referrals from hope-based activities into managed, measurable processes. Partners love it because it makes their work more effective, and community members benefit from truly coordinated care. Now let's explore Pillar 3, Intelligent Engagement Workflows. This is where AI transforms reactive service delivery into proactive community support. Instead of waiting for people to ask for help, Amazon Bedrock analyzes patterns in your data to identify when someone might benefit from additional support. Maybe someone completed job training but hasn't found employment within the typical timeframe. The system can trigger proactive outreach with relevant resources. The automated communication sequences are personalized based on each individual's journey and preferences. Some people prefer text messages. Others respond better to phone calls. The AI learns these preferences and adapts accordingly. Pulse surveys happen at strategic moments to check in on progress and identify emerging needs. Risk identification algorithms can spot early warning signs, like someone missing multiple appointments or reporting increased stress, and alert staff to intervene before situations become crises. This proactive approach typically improves engagement significantly and enables much earlier intervention when challenges arise. The goal is moving from crisis response to prevention and empowerment. This comparison really illustrates the transformation we're talking about. On the left, you see the traditional approach: massive upfront investments, lengthy vendor negotiations, and systems that never quite fit your organization's unique needs. Most nonprofits ended up compromising their vision to match what existing software could do. Now look at the right side, the AI-enabled approach. Your existing staff can learn to direct AI agents to build exactly what your community needs. Instead of months of planning and budgeting, you can prototype and iterate quickly based on real feedback from community members and staff. The difference isn't just incremental, it's transformational. Organizations making this shift are moving from being constrained by technology to being empowered by it. They're building solutions that truly serve their community's needs rather than adapting their services to fit software limitations. This is what democratization really means, putting the power of custom technology development directly into the hands of the people closest to community needs. Let me walk you through how this all comes together in practice with the navigator function. When a community member first connects with your organization, whether through the food pantry, a housing crisis, or job training inquiry, your staff conducts a comprehensive social determinants of health assessment. AI-powered forms make this process conversational and adaptive, asking follow-up questions based on responses. The system immediately identifies connections between needs. Someone seeking food assistance might also benefit from diabetes management support, job training, and utility assistance. This holistic view is what makes the navigator role so powerful. Instead of just addressing the immediate need, staff can make warm referrals to internal programs and external partners. The system handles scheduling, reminders, and follow-up automatically. Over the following months, pulse surveys check on progress and identify new needs as they emerge. This longitudinal relationship approach means you're measuring success over years, not just individual transactions. The data insights help your organization continuously improve services and strengthen partnerships, creating a learning system that gets better over time. Let's talk about the specific AI tools that make this transformation possible. Amazon Kiro represents a breakthrough in making application development accessible to non-technical staff. Using conversational AI, your team can describe what they need and Kiro helps build it, from intake forms to reporting dashboards. AWS App Studio extends this capability, enabling organizations to create custom applications that integrate with existing systems. This is particularly powerful for building navigator dashboards and community member portals. Amazon Bedrock provides the intelligence layer, matching community members with appropriate resources, predicting optimal intervention timing, and identifying patterns that inform service improvements. Amazon Event Bridge and Step functions handle the coordination, connecting your systems with partner organizations and orchestrating complex engagement workflows that would previously require dedicated developers. Amazon QuickSight transforms data into insights, creating compelling impact reports for funders and board members while providing operational dashboards for staff. The key insight is that these tools work together as an integrated platform, not isolated point solutions. Here's how we recommend approaching implementation: a phased approach that builds capability incrementally. Phase 1 is assessment. We work with your team to understand current data sources, existing systems, and identify key stakeholders who will champion this transformation. This typically takes 2 to 3 weeks. Phase 2 is pilot build. Rather than trying to transform everything at once, we start with unified profiles for one service area, usually food assistance since it often has the highest volume. This proves value quickly and builds organizational confidence. Phase 3 adds integration, connecting with key partners and expanding data sources. This is where you start seeing the power of coordinated care. Phase 4 implements intelligence, adding AI-powered engagement workflows and predictive analytics. This moves you from reactive to proactive service delivery. Finally, Phase 5 is scale, expanding across all service pillars and the full partner network. The entire process typically takes 6 to 9 months, but you start seeing value within the first 30 days. Let me address the common challenges organizations worry about when considering this approach. Staff training is different from traditional technology training. Instead of learning complex software, team members learn how to describe their needs to AI agents and refine the results. Most staff find this more intuitive than traditional systems. Privacy compliance is built into the architecture from the beginning. AWS provides enterprise-grade security, and the consent management system ensures you're always sharing data appropriately. Partner onboarding succeeds when you lead with the value proposition, better outcomes for shared community members, reduced administrative burden, and clearer impact measurement. Make participation beneficial, not burdensome. Change management works best when you emphasize that technology enhances human relationships rather than replacing them. Staff spend less time on data entry and more time on meaningful community connections. Funding often becomes easier because you can demonstrate concrete efficiency gains and tell compelling impact stories with data. Many funders are specifically looking for innovative approaches to community support. Community feedback loops are essential. Regularly check that your solutions are actually meeting community needs, not just organizational convenience. Let me bring this all together with our key takeaways. First, AI democratization has fundamentally changed what's possible for community organizations. The barriers that previously required six-figure budgets and technical staff have been eliminated. Your organization can now build exactly what your community needs. Second, the real power comes from integration, unified member profiles, seamless partner connections, and intelligent engagement workflows working together. This enables the holistic community support that makes lasting impact possible. Third, this isn't about replacing human relationships with technology. It's about freeing your staff from administrative burden so they can focus on what they do best: building meaningful connections and supporting community members. In terms of next steps, I recommend we start with an assessment of your current data sources and partner relationships. This will help us identify the highest impact pilot area. Then we can move to implementation planning with your leadership team and key staff. I'm confident that together we can transform how your organization serves the community. Thank you for your time today. What questions can I answer?